morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are in the studios here at House C Production Gospel on Internet Radio, located at 231 6th Avenue in the big city of Beatrice, Alabama, on a rainy Saturday morning. Chill popping and going on, but we hope it don't disturb you too much. We thank you for joining us here this morning. You are witnessing what's going on in America today, and especially here in the South, and the thing about redistricting. But our message for you today is prayers, praying to God about what's going on in faith, get registered, go vote. You still have the power to vote. The Supreme Court did not take away your right to vote. So don't get yourself in a huffy about what's going on. One thing that you can do is prayer. Pray about what's going on. Talk to God about it. He knows He's in the affairs of man. The first thing you do, May the 19th, that's already set. And what's the first thing you need to do? Get yourself a sample ballot. Find out who's on. Go to the Alabama registers and find out who is on the ballot, what districts, and all that stuff like that about the candidates. Find out. Today is the 9th. You got 10 days to find out who's on the ballot and who to vote for. There's some folks that have been pestering you on Facebook with information about who to vote for. But one thing you need to do is find out who you need to vote for. It's up to you to find out who is on the ballot and who to vote for. The local people here in Monroe County. Now, here's what has not happened. Usually, the sample ballots are already be out. I'm going to seek and I call Mr. Ray Braggs on my cell phone. Y'all hold on just a minute, but I'm going to seek and I call Mr. Ray Braggs on my cell phone, or Horace Davis, or any of the folks over in Benburg. And I talked to Brother Horace Davis yesterday, and the sample ballots had not come out yet. Maybe that is because of what's been going on with the redistricting going on in Alabama. You see, the federal courts stopped what Alabama did with those two bills that they were dealing with the floods and all that stuff going on in Montgomery. But they did stop that. And you can still, the voting for coming up is still on for.
Need some milk and some bread.
Okay. But the voting is still on for May the 19th. So you need to get your a sample ballot. Okay, now let's take a look at what's been going on in Alabama. There were two bills. The governor signed them, but they were stopped. But here's the thing for you to do. Like I said before, praying about what's taking place here in Alabama. Get registered now. It's too late if you're not registered and want to vote in the election coming up in 11 days, it's too late for that. But after that election, you can go get registered for the next election coming up. In fact, you can start now. You can go down there Monday morning, even though the registration is deadline for May the 19th is over, you can get registered now. That's the whole point. Getting registered. And now here's nothing else you need to know. In the South, all the southern states, especially those slave-holding states, those are the same states now that's creating all this ruckus after the Supreme Court did what they did to Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Remember the Voting Rights Act in 1965. You can still get registered to vote. You need to do that right away. Get registered now to vote. It's too late to get registered for the May 19th election. That's already, as they say, water on the bridge. Only people that are properly registered can do that. But you still can go down to the courthouse and make sure your paperwork is in order. You got 10 days to do that. Make sure your paperwork is in order. I did that 3 or 4 months ago for my voting. I went down there and checked it in the courthouse. You walk in the courthouse, go through the security setup they got there, and right to your right, just past the receptionist desk, you walk in that office, give them your name, your zip code. Like up in Beatrice, it's 36425. Everybody, it's what you put on your letters anytime you mail it. Your zip code. Give them your zip code and your name. And tell them you want to register to vote. If you already registered to vote, tell them you want to check on your voting status. Check on your voting status. Make sure you are ready to vote on May the 19th. That's May the 19th. That'll be on a Tuesday, I believe. May the 19th. Tell them you want to get registered to vote. That's Tuesday. That's 10 days from now. Now, here's another thing. There's a lot of graduations going on May the 19th, high school around the state. Now, a lot of us going to be going to graduations and stuff later on that day. But the first thing in the morning, because the polls open early, 7 a.m., the polls open. You can go down there and vote. Vote early. First thing, Tuesday morning, you go down and vote. Then you go to your graduation and stuff for your kids and grandkids and stuff like that. Because a lot of us on the 19th are going to be going to different places. I know some folks going all the way up to Huntsville. They know they won't be here locally to vote. But you need to get ready. You need to go vote early the first thing Tuesday morning. And then the first thing you do is find out is all your paperwork is ready for voting on May the 19th. You don't know what can happen. They could have dropped your name off the roll for some reason. But the only way you know that is go down there and check it. Go down there to your county seat in Monroeville. I told you where that office is. It's at the courthouse. Walk right to your right as you walk in. Go down to your county seat down there in Atmore, Evergreen, wherever you live. Go to your courthouse and go to your voter register's office. I don't care where you are, Evergreen, Atmore, Turner Spring, wherever you live locally. Camden, go there for Wilcox County, all the county that surround us. Butler, all the places up in Selma. Go to your voter registration office and find out if your paperwork is in order. That's what you do first. And here's the thing. I got but a few minutes. I got to go run some errands, get some stuff for the house. But listen, you find out who is on that voter roll. The sample ballots, I don't have them. There's some local people here in Monroe and Beatrice. Now, I'll tell you who's supposed to have them. Banks down there in Monroe should have them. Barbara Turner should have them, but I haven't seen one. Today is the 9th. Maybe because of all this stuff that was going on, maybe they ain't printed no sample ballots because they didn't know what was going to be going on. But it is a proven fact that the May 19th voting is still going to go on as scheduled. So you do what you need to do. There was a lot of confusion and made it delayed those things, like sample ballots being put out. But you make sure your paperwork is in order. That's what you do. And in the meantime, like I said before, prayers, get registered, and go vote on May the 19th. You still have the right to vote. This is just a short briefing. We'll be back later on with more detailed information. It's just a preview of what we're going to be doing. But our goal is to tell our people, all of you, black, white, independent, whoever you are, you don't like what's going on now, you know how you can change that? There's one more thing I need to say. In Alabama, a black cannot get elected statewide. You know why? Because the Republican got control of everything. Now, in order to get elected, such for instance, like for governor, like Jones, like running for governor of Alabama, he's got a coalition of blacks and whites. But if black folks don't come out of style like it look like they're trying to do, he's not going anywhere. There's another gentleman. He is running, Dawes. He's not going to go anywhere either because there's not enough black and white folks voting for him. He can't win statewide. Okay, here's another thing, unless it's a miracle. Same thing with our brother Darryl Perryman. It's going to be tough for him to win statewide because there's not enough black and white coalition voters in the state of Alabama. He'll get a showing. The other man running for governor get a showing. Jones will get a showing too. But unless you got blacks and whites working together to elect one of these folks in these positions, you're not going to work because the Republican got it covered. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to win statewide. And guess what? It's impossible to do in the state of Alabama because the Republican got everything locked up and locked down. And that's what there was intended. Out of with these slaves, but God is still in control. But you can still pray. You can talk to God about what's going on in your community. You can talk to God what's going on in the government. You can talk to God about anything that you want to. And you pray and step out in faith. And the first thing you do is get registered for all elections after May the 19th. Get registered, go vote. You still have the right and the power to vote. God bless you. We'll see you next time. We hit to end the Restream.